Okay, y'all, we're gonna get into a little discussion on Marvel versus DC fanboy right here.
There is no argument though.
The only DC is fucking DC skater sneakers.
No.
That's about it.
No, man, DC is the beginning of it all.
It started before Marvel?
Way before.
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
Okay, I don't know when it started. I wasn't that old.
Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Flash. I think. Oh man, this is kind of deep. Definitely, Superman and Batman were made in the late 30s, for sure. Wonder Woman, maybe.
Spider-Man, ain't he from the 20s or something?
No, he's from the 60s.
Or
like the mid-late 50s or whatever. One of the only characters, one of the few characters that Stan Lee actually created. But anyway, that's another thing. I put up some like post where like I was saying, if you're tired of Spider-Man remakes, if you're tired of bad Thor movies, if you're tired of seeing Stan Lee in every movie, come to DC.
The Suge Knight.
Yeah, come to DC. Come to DC.
Yeah, but I mean, the last DC movie was garbage. The DC movie before that was garbage.
I don't know. I wouldn't say that.
What are you talking about? Superman versus Batman wasn't garbage?
That's a good movie. I feel like it was good.
Okay, it got trashed reviews-wise.
The extended cut. Yeah, that's fine, you know, but I mean...
Even that, you really think Batman's going to beat Superman? That's ridiculous.
Yeah,
though.
But he doesn't, though.
I've never watched the movie. I just heard it was trash. That's why I never watched it. Dog.
You gotta watch.
And I tried to watch the Superman before that, and it was dumb to me. The one where the bullet gets smashed on his eye or something. That Superman.
That Superman Returns. Yeah, that was the reboot. Yeah,
I liked it the first Superman a long time ago, but I think just because I was young and I liked watching anything that had a superhero in it, like the one, you know, the old school one, the first Superman.
Marvel does a good job of making people care about characters that, or make people care about superheroes or like B-list characters or C-list characters.
Or they could say that they do a good job at storytelling or movie making.
I mean, I don't know. Their storytelling is not great either, though.
Their movie making. The Spider-Man 1 was one of the best story movies of all time, a superhero movie of all time. Spider-Man 1 was so much to the comic book.
But that's still.
It's one of my favorite fucking superhero movies of all time. Fox sticks to the comic book.
Yeah, but Fox needs credit for that. Not necessarily.
I mean, that's fine, Marvel. But Marvel brought it out, though.
No.
Without
Fox, yeah, but without Fox owned the entities. Now they're buying them, but now Disney's gonna buy them. Basically.
But who do you think made the movie though? Marvel,
it was
right?
Fox. Yeah.
It was Fox that wrote it and directed it.
Fox got the directors and all that.
Well, that's my favorite superhero.
They really, just
because it sticks to the comic book. A lot of the first stories change a little bit, whatever. That was very in detail and so much straight like the basic story. It was just enough.
Yeah, I mean, without Fox putting out the first X-Men in 1999, obviously, Marvel wasn't even thinking about making movies.
Marvel talking about fucking Iron Man being the best movie ever.
No, Iron Man's not it was a good movie, but that was the first. I guess that was the first movie that Marvel made that was a success. That Marvel, the entity, made, not Fox. You know, because Fox,
so Fox had nothing to do with Iron Man.
No. That was I don't know who owned before Disney bought Marvel.
So did you like Iron Man?
Yeah, it was fine. It was good. It was but it's like they're
so
good.
So you like Marvel then?
No, not. I mean, they're okay. They're fine. But they're good at making like B-list characters, like to make people care about B-list or C-list characters.
They're really good at writing.
Because Iron Man is not. That's not. That. But I mean, I guess it's just cinematography. I would say. But it's cinematography like that was shot well, you know. But Iron Man's not like a main.
He's not
character though, you know. Like none of these guys, most of these guys aren't though.
I bet when that movie came out, he sold the most costumes to kids.
Maybe, but what does that really say?
Those Iron Man helmets were awesome. My son had one.
Okay, but what I'm saying is that like everything's second rate to me, to Marvel. Then you know, I mean. To DC, any other character second rate. I mean, Batman, Superman are two of the most famous or widely known superheroes of all time. I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah,
Wonder Woman's up there too. She's pretty known. They're
why do you
old.
like DC over Marvel?
I don't know. Just everything about them is better to me. Honestly.
What? Don't say their movies, dog.
Everything.
Except for Dark Knight.
Their movies are better to me.
Except for like Dark Knight, Batman.
I like their movie. I enjoy their movies more than
Superman
I enjoy Marvel movies. Yeah.
Really?
Man of Steel. Yeah.
And you like the Wonder Woman movie, which
Yeah,
did really
that was
well.
amazing.
I
That
know,
was an
it said
amazing
that-
movie.
I couldn't really get into it. It's kind of boring.
Yeah,
but I haven't.
you
I'm
don't
not-
like you don't like watching women do things.
No, I like Kill Bill. That's one of my favorite fucking super
Wonder Woman was
movies
an
all-
amazing movie, dude.
Kill
Wonder
Bill
Woman,
was amazing.
Wonder Woman. Okay, sure, I guess.
Just to show that I like women and fighting and
right.
being a hero.
Wonder Woman was an amazing movie. Man of Steel was really good, really good. Batman vs Superman was good.
So you think all those are better than The Dark Knight?
No, but the Dark Knight was separate though. I mean, yeah, that's DC, but I'm talking about like of the
Those
DC
are the movies
universe.
I like.
The DC universe though, the DC universe right now is the Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, the Justice League, Wonder Woman. Those are all in the same universe. Those are all set in the same same time.
I don't like none of those movies.
Okay, well, I mean, I guess you're just used to having jokes and
No,
Marvel.
I mean the
Marvel,
Dark Knight. That's what I'm saying. I'm used to those type.
but
Batman
that's
movies. I
not.
like-
Those are a separate thing, though. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like those are
but
DC.
are amazing movies.
Yeah, but
It's
again,
another level.
I'm glad they made those movies, but to make those movies though, they had to put the whole DC universe on hold to make those movies. That's the only thing.
What about Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad. What about it? It's okay.
Is that like DC Universe? I mean, I
No,
don't
it's
know.
not.
Is that
It's
separate
not,
too?
technically, I don't think it is. They're
That was a pretty good movie. It wasn't all that.
It was
but
okay.
pretty
It was
good
fine.
movie.
I mean, I just think that
They made fucking-
I know why they made that movie now. It's coming out now why they made that movie. Well, one of the obviously they want to make money, obviously, but one of the reasons why they made that movie, and I think one of the reasons why they made Batman vs Superman, besides the fact to introduce Wonder Woman and introduce the Justice League, Cyborg, Flash, and Aquaman all are way better characters than Iron Man and all those most of the other Avengers. Anyway, but one of the reasons why they made those movies, why they made Batman vs Superman, is to introduce Lex Luthor. They're talking about doing a bunch of villain movies now, DC. So DC's gonna do a just standalone Lex Luthor film. They're gonna do a standalone Joker film.
Do you think that's
They're
going to
gonna
trample the Avengers?
No, it doesn't have to though. But it's gonna be. I think they're gonna be better movies though. They're gonna do a bunch of villain movies that are standalone movies. Like Joker is gonna be Joker when he's younger, growing up or stuff like
I think
things
I
like
heard
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing things. They're gonna do a few things like that. They're gonna film that. They're filming Man of Steel 2. But I think a lot of the
I don't know
reasons
why, they're doing that.
you haven't even seen that movie. I don't think. A lot of the reasons why they make those movies is to introduce villains. Even though I didn't care for the Lex Luthor and Batman vs Superman, I thought that he was unnecessary. But now you know why he was in there.
I'm just going to say, I think honestly Marvel is better. I mean, this probably has nothing to do much. I do like Batman, but I like the Batman and Dark Knight and those type of movies, which he clearly stated it's separate from DC Universe. All the DC stuff, except that Spawn movie that they made a while ago. But it's because I was a big Spawn fan. You remember when Spawn movie came out?
Yeah.
But
That's not DC though.
that was in DC. Well, whatever. Then I just don't like none of the movies. Avengers
Stupid.
and all the other Marvel
The
movies.
Avengers
I like.
movies are some of the worst movies. Like
It
that
doesn't
get
matter.
critical
They're
acclaim.
freaking amazing. They're funny.
They're
Like
just
it's
bad
just
movie.
the last
I know.
movie wasn't bad. Like,
I mean, they're just not. I don't know. They're
It's
not
the
horrible.
best superhero movie of all. It did
No.
the best in the box
Oh
office.
yeah,
of
sure.
all
Oh yeah,
time.
yeah. But that doesn't
All
mean that it's a
time.
good movie.
It reached probably
it's
like-
an okay. It's okay movie.
It is okay. The story isn't all that.
Yeah,
It's a
it's
lot.
not.
It was a dragged out story. The story, if you were to condense it, they could have did this in about an hour, or probably even less. That was a 2.5 hour movie I sat through. But it was you didn't notice it being that long. That's how good of a movie it was.
I noticed it.
I just know Marvel makes great movies, and
I
that's
noticed
why I'm
it. That
bored
movie
from-
was way too long. There's so many characters that didn't use.
Yeah,
I mean, there was just so
they
much.
used
There
so
was just
many.
so much. But then it's like the thing is though is that Marvel, DC can make a movie similar. Like they say, they can make a movie similar. To me, Justice League was a better movie than that movie.
I'm gonna have to watch it.
To me, Justice League was a better. I'm not saying it's amazing. It should win awards, but DC is a better movie. I mean, I'm sorry, Justice League is a better movie to me than Infinity War was, because I saw all the holes. But again, people don't criticize Marvel like they criticize DC. And whether that's having a reputation, that's whatever it is. I mean, that's just the way it is, I guess. But
It could be ratings.
Marvel,
I mean, look at the ratings of the movies.
Marvel gets every benefit of the doubt. They get every benefit of the doubt. They Thor can do a comedy, and and Iron Man's a comedy. Like basically, the last Thor movie, Ragnarok, was a comedy. It was so poorly spaced together that his father dies. That
it was pretty
freaking
funny.
Odin dies. Okay, but Odin dies, and then there's no impact on it because they're joking the other part. They're joking for half of the movie. They move on to the next scene, and then it's just like there is no impact on it because it wasn't done well, you know. But again, it's like DC. Then DC. I'd rather watch a movie with some light humor, but the overall tone is still
Serious?
darker. You know, because like something's at stake, something actually matters. You know, and a lot of Marvel movies, especially like the Avengers or whatever, it seems like nothing really matters that much. You know, because it's like, oh, it's gonna happen, whatever. Like even like you say, well, I'm gonna give some stuff away right now, but like in Batman vs Superman, Batman dies. Superman dies. Sorry. Superman dies in that movie.
And how does that happen? That's supposed to be impossible.
I want to explain.
Yeah, I ain't even trying to hear an explanation.
Okay,
it's supposed to be impossible.
But there's real stakes, is what I'm trying to say. Is that they're willing to do that. DC's willing to be like.
What about the Avengers? They killed how many people in that movie?
But they're all gonna come back because
we'll see.
Their movies are coming back though.
We'll see.
Spider-Man has a movie. He's filming.
He's
filming a movie right now.
Okay, well,
for Spider-Man.
They're gonna have to go into
Black
Stone
Panther's,
and take back
Black
time.
Panther is filming. Their second movie's coming out.
Whatever.
We know there is no real stakes.
So you don't think Superman's gonna come back?
Yeah.
Rest my case. So if you think Marvel's better,
man.
put Marvel. If you think DC's better, put DC. I think Marvel's gonna win. I could put money on it.
That's fine. That's fine because a lot of people they get a lot of children that like Marvel also. So a lot of young kids like Marvel because it's so light and easy. You can watch it. You know, there's not that many DC movies that are really good and way better. I mean, again, like the Batman trilogy is some of the best superhero movies ever made, if not the best superhero movies ever made. But again, by doing movies like that, by DC allowing Chris Nolan to do that, they kind of hindered themselves because it halted their DC universe stuff, you know. So and that's kind of the thing, you know. They obviously tried to start it with Green Lantern. It didn't work out, obviously, with Ryan Gosling. No, what's his name?
I don't know, but with Green Lantern was a kind of lame movie.
Yeah, it was okay. I thought it was fine. You know,
Come on, man. Are you serious?
It was all right. It was okay. I seen way worse movies though.
Yes, all DC movies are way worse movies.
Not DC, man. DC is number one. It should be number one. Do they have the best characters? Their characters aren't B-list characters. They're not C-list characters.
Just imagine when they bring out the A-list characters.
They're A-list characters, and then coming up is Shazam.
If you can make B or C-list.
Shazam is coming up as next year. Wonder Woman 2 is coming up next year. They're saying they're pushing flashback to 2020. I hope it doesn't go that far back.
Infinity Wars 2 is coming up. It's going to blow the movies out the water.
And they're going to be another half of characters that they don't use in there.
It's fine.
Because it's like how are there so many characters in there? And like, well, why even have Black Panther? Why even have Black Panther in that movie? Just because they capitalize off their
People get
previous
excited.
movie.
There's so many fans.
They didn't even matter. Why they
need
going?
all hands on deck.
You saw Infinity War,
You need all hands on deck.
You saw
to fight
Infinity
Thanos.
War, right?
Yes.
Thanos.
Thanos. I mean, that's what I've always called them. You need all hands on deck.
So
to fight Thanos.
why do they even go to Wakanda? What's even the purpose to do that? Just to have
that
Black
stone.
Panther
The dude was there.
Okay, but did that happen?
The guy, yes, they took him to They took him to Wakanda.
Okay, but they didn't remove the stone though.
They killed him. They killed him and took the stone. What do you mean they didn't?
That was at another. That was he not even.
Yeah,
that wasn't in Wakanda.
But I know that. But they were going to get him first, and he was inside of Wakanda.
But why? There was no reason to go to have him in there. The only reason to have him in there.
It was an amazing movie. DC don't make good movies.
The only reason they had him in there is to capitalize off the Black Panther movie, and that's fine.
I mean,
that's their.
Even without that, they would have did great.
That's Marvel. That's all Marvel. That's fine, I guess. But there was no reason to even have a fight there. He has 3 lines. His little sister has more lines in that movie than he does.
I like his
in
little
Infinity
sister
War.
more than him. She's funny.
In Infinity War, I'm just saying there was no reason. And the other reason why I have trouble watching that movie is because Superman would just kill everybody in there like easily.
He got killed by Batman though, so
whatever. He didn't get killed by Batman though. You have to watch it.
Well, we'll see. If y'all think DC's better, just put DC or put Marvel down below.
DC is where it's at.
Who wins.
DC is where
Marvel,
it's at.
let's get that Marvel gang in there.
Yeah. So if you're tired of Spider-Man remakes,
hey, we're gonna leave him talking.
Movies,
are
you tired of all that? Come to DC. Come to DC. You're tired of Stan Lee being in your movies?
Wrapping up. People are cleaning up around here.
Come to DC. That's funny.